So, for many women, the idea of bringing a baby into this world is priceless. From the moment you find out that you're pregnant, you start bonding with your child. But sadly, according to reports, 20% of pregnancies end up in miscarriages. International celebrities like Beyonce and Chrissy Teigen have opened up about how their miscarriages impacted their lives. In this video, we look at our very own celebrities who suffered miscarriages. At number 1, we have LERATOKGANYAGO. TV and radio personality Lerato revealed that she endured 2 miscarriages. Because of the pain, she has blocked out the idea of having children. Lerato has previously opened up about the heartbreak she felt after a miscarriage in 2015, but revealed to talk show host Anele Mdota that it was one of 2 miscarriages she suffered in recent years. She said, "I've actually lost 2 children. I've only spoken about the one because it was the one that affected me the most. That was when I really wanted to have a child." She explained that she suffered from fibroids, which were removed but returned, increasing the chances of miscarrying again. The writer said this in a tweet back then. She tweeted, "I can't have children. Hope I won't be asked this question ever again on this app." She told Anele that she is in therapy to help her deal with the pain of her loss and had learned to block out the idea of having children. She said, "I've blocked the idea of having children completely because of the pain that I went through when I miscarried. I wouldn't put that on my worst enemy. It is the most painful thing ever, especially when you really want to have a child." She said, "I'm comfortable with saying that I don't want to have children. It is painful. I don't want to go through with that again." Even though that's her stance, Lerato admitted that she would be comfortable adopting sometime in the future. At number 2, we have Dr. WINNIE MASHABA. WINNIE and her husband of 16 years, Peter MASHABA, would love to have children but have had to deal with loss on their road to parenthood. WINNIE suffered 2 miscarriages in the past. Speaking to a magazine, WINNIE said she trusts God's timing. She said, "After 2 miscarriages, I gave everything to God. Sometimes I joke and say, maybe Mudimo knows if he gives me children now, I'm going to neglect the other responsibilities I have." WINNIE is currently looking after 2 young siblings. Helen and Karabo, who are in their mid-20s, are living with WINNIE and Peter while they complete their studies. The musician said that only God knows if she will have biological children or continue to take care of the children she has now. Like many married couples, WINNIE has had to deal with people constantly asking her when she will be having children, with some reminding the 40-year-old that her biological clock is ticking. She said, "I just laugh at them because I know everything will happen in good time." Her faith and her music keep her going through the difficult moments. She's happy to be her siblings' keeper, but WINNIE longs to have children of her own one day. The public scrutiny into her personal life can take its toll, she admits, particularly when people feel they have the right to comment without knowing about her struggle to become pregnant. But WINNIE has the patience of Job when it comes to those who give her hell about her biological clock. At number 3, we have BONTLEMODISELLE. Entertainer Bontle opened up about the difficulties she has had before finally carrying her daughter Africa to full term. The 30-year-old danced her way through her pregnancy, even doing choreography at events. She also tied the knot in a beautiful ceremony with a longtime partner, Pretty Ugly. Bontle was hailed a superwoman, but little did her fans know what it took for the media personality to get to the point where she could carry a baby to full term with little complications. In a post on her Instagram page, she opened up about previously suffering 2 miscarriages and having a difficult pregnancy. She said, "Brace yourself. I know my pregnancy journey looked easy. My approach was deliberate. I made certain to dance my way through it. To have someone inspired to see and feel pregnancy differently was a goal. However, my difficulties never made it to the socials. Someday I'll fill you in on the insecurities, the psychological, emotional, physical, and spiritual hurdles I went through following the 2 miscarriages I had before the successful birth of my baby Africa. I'll speak openly about the fears that challenged me and had me asking myself if I would ever be woman enough to create and carry life through. But for now, I want to remain and bask in the glory of not being a victim of what once hurt me immensely, but being the victor of the mommy I am. Talk about God's will being done in God's perfect time. So, bring on the swelling, discoloration, the stretch marks, soft spots, and cellulite. I'm not immune. Let me have a field day with the sleepless nights, the countless nappy changes, and random cries trying to figure out what she needs. Let me fall in love with the newer imperfections my body has inherited. These are the vain concerns I'd trade in any day for my baby, who I now get to stare at, hold, kiss, and love unconditionally." In a post she shared back in 2019, the 30-year-old penned a love letter to her body, acknowledging the pain it had been through and promising to take better care of it. At number 4, we have Sibusisiwe JILLI. Sibusisiwe, who plays Georgina on The Queen, had a stunning pregnancy shoot ahead of the expected birth of her second child. She said the idea of the shoot was based around two births, her own as a lioness finally coming out of her shell and embracing a path, and the cub that gave light to that path. Speaking to True Love magazine, Sibusisiwe revealed that she had lost a child through a stillbirth and was told that she would not be able to bear children due to the complications that came with having a small womb. But because of her strong faith and the will to carry her own children, the actress became pregnant in 2020 and has been the happiest she has ever been. Sibusisiwe says she was diagnosed with IUGR, a complication where umbilical cord stops sending oxygen and food to the baby stops growing after 5 months, and amniotic fluid is lost. In Sibu's case, all of this could not be picked up until she was closely monitored. She said after being told she can never bear children after her firstborn stillbirth, she said a prayer. Onge, her son who is now 5 years old, although premature due to the theory, is by far living proof of the true power of believing in God. Her baby broke all barriers and fought for womb time. As would be the case for anyone, losing her first child was not an easy journey for Sibu. She said, I prayed with the belief that everything happens for a reason and I can get through this. I went for counseling, wrote a lot about my feelings, and cried a lot. It took letting go of all of who I thought I was a long journey on its own. Feeling the pain, letting it go, and acknowledging the message she carried has made me appreciate her presence in my heart. Sibu welcomed a miracle baby earlier this year. At number 5, we have Bridget Masinga. Actress Bridget described the pain of miscarrying twice as a heartbreaking trial with many dark moments. Bridget first spoke about the pain she felt during an interview with Skumba on Kaya FM, where she revealed that she lost 2 unborn babies in the space of 10 months. No matter how much time passes by, the pain of that loss is deeply rooted in her heart. Bridget shared a picture of the pregnant Instagram model and said that the joy on her face was undeniable. She said, there's something so pure about it. Maybe it's fueled by the anticipation of meeting this life that's growing inside her, or perhaps it comes from being blessed with a precious gift. Bridget added that she often turned to the picture as a sense of hope during her dark moments. She said, what I do know is that having lost another pregnancy, I often refer back to this picture in my dark moments and remind myself that for whatever reason, my biggest dream has been made my most devastating test, and I can only keep praying that one day this test will be a testimony to the power of faith and prayer. Bridget advised other women facing the same heartbreaking trial to keep the faith. She said, I truly believe that one day I will be blessed with the greatest love of all, and one day I will post my very own baby bump, but until then, I will not lose faith in the Almighty, nor be discouraged to stop believing in miracles and the power of true love. At number 6, we have Dr. Rebecca Malope. 17 years ago, Rebecca and her then fiancé were expecting their first child when she lost the baby. It was a painful moment for the award-winning singer, a pain that has never really left her. Rebecca hardly talks about that day, but in an interview with Garrett Cliff, she opened up about the pain of losing a child. She said, I felt really bad because at the time, when your siblings have passed on and your mother has passed on, you feel alone. I needed someone. I needed a friend. That child would be my friend. I remember running away from the hospital and saying, Doctor, you're crazy. You are not taking out my baby. But you have to go to the theater, he said. I told him, no ways, you're crazy. Rebecca didn't even get home before she had to head back to the hospital because of the pain. She said, I really felt bad, but after that, I told myself, let me accept that I might not have one. But here I am. God has blessed me with beautiful children. My sister has left me with beautiful kids. God knew I would not have my own, so that's why I have these ones. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit the notification.